Hi everyone, we are live. How are you guys doing? Welcome to today's live chat, and it is Sunday. For those just joining us right now, my name is Shola, and this is Discovering Natural on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Instagram. And also, you can find us on Amazon. Okay, so I go live on Amazon every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 12 p.m. Central Time. And guess what? So you know this thing called Clubhouse. If you guys are on Clubhouse, that app, that is the most very beautiful app, you can also join me at noon every 12 p.m. at noon. And we have a guest today. Yes. So I'm going to welcome our guest. Our guest is Dola. Hi, Dola.
Hello, hi, how are you? Thank you for having me.
Yes, I am so happy to have you on today. Today, we are talking about something that has been trending on social media, and that is the case of a stylist coming on and saying oils are bad for natural hair. So, we're going to kind of look at it both ways. I want people that are watching right now, I want you guys to share, first of all, share this. I'm going to share it on our Facebook group, and I always do this in the live stream so that you guys can see that I myself that I'm talking like, oh, share, share, share. I also do the same. So please share this live stream so that other people can learn and can grow from it. So the whole thing happened where a stylist was saying that oil was bad for your hair. And I brought Dollar, and let me just let Dollar introduce herself. So please, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. So, hi everybody. My name is Dola Luther, and I am the founder and CEO of a new company called Vedox, Veduxe. Now, Vedox came about because of a lived experience of mine, because in 2019, I had some very serious health issues that led to my hair falling out. As a result of that, I started trying to mix different things together to just get my hair to grow back. Now, whilst going through that, I just said to myself, do you know what? Why don't I go and learn how to do this thing properly? And then I came up with this organic hair growth kit, which you can see on the screen. And it is full of Ayurvedic oils and herbs. And that is what has led to my hair growth today. As you can see, my hair has grown back. Now, it's very interesting to hear that, some people are saying oils don't do this and that, but I'll leave that for the conversation. I would only go by my experience, and this has been my story. Herbs, oils, but I guess there is a method to the madness. I understand what is going on with the social media frenzy, which is probably why I'm here to speak to you today.
Okay, thank you, thank you. And we are so excited to have you guys, to have you on our live stream today. And our live streams, we always do our live streams every Sundays at 2 p.m. Central Time. And I was so happy, just going to your website and seeing what you have for us, your products, your hair growth products. So I see you have an organic hair growth kit, which also has hair growth oil, hair growth mask, and daily hair mist, clay
Yes.
wash, and aloe vera. So it's just like the whole package after this. I guess you don't need anything else. You pretty much have everything you need for your hair routine. So that is wonderful. Okay, so we're going to talk about the topic of today, which is, am I supposed to use oils? Is oils okay for my hair? And I feel like oils have their own place, okay? And I'm going to go to the audience right now, and we're going to do a very quick welcome to people that have joined us. I want to say hi to Jazzy J, Catherine Miller, Jenny Moore, Ruth Mijay, Favor Chisholm, Carrie Mann, Rachel, Barbara. Thank you so much. So I'm going to put the link to the Dollars website on there. So this is the link. I'm going to put it on the screen, and you guys can also go on there. So this is the link. Hi, Gina. and Gina TV. So this is the link, and you guys can go follow it. So talking about oils, let's talk about the ways that people have used oils before. So which way do you use oil
Right.
in your
Okay.
routine?
So my method, even before we get to how I use oils, is
Yes.
what actually inside my oils.
Yes.
Now, people will see when you click on each product and you go to the ingredient profile, there is a method to it. So what I do is I do oil infusions. Now, oil infusions are not just about oils. It's about the combination of oils which have acquired the properties of the Ayurvedic herbs, and then the oils are potent enough with the properties such that when you put it on your hair, you're not just putting oils, there are also herbal infusions in them. Exactly. So one of the things I would also mention is I have not listed all the Ayurveda herbs. I can start talking about them if you want me to. So things like shikakai, amla, fenugreek, a lot. I think that one is quite popular. Yarrow. I also use Bringaraj. I use Brinraj. I use a whole load of them. And a combination of all these herbs infused inside the oils. And some of the oils also have reputation for encouraging hair growth and also for being an emollient for your scalp. I can't go through all of them, but if you want me to, I can go through some of them. So fenugreek, for example, is very rich in vitamin and it improves circulation and stimulates hair growth. You can go and check anywhere. This thing I'm talking about is scientific. It has been proven. Even if you follow Ayurvedic practitioners, is also the same. Amla is called Indian gooseberry. Now, it
Yes.
contains several antioxidants, including vitamin C, which is necessary for collagen production. Now, I mean, elevated collagen levels accelerate production and increase the strength of new hair
Yes.
growth. You know, sometimes your hair grows, but it's not necessarily strong. Now,
Yes.
you go by how my hair looks, my hair is very fine. And I need what I learned from my own process and experience and research is my hair needed something to strengthen it as well as grow it. So as it was growing, some of these herbs helped to strengthen every single one of my hair strands. I don't know if you've heard of horsetail. Horsetail is very, very mineral rich and is hugely popular in our natural solution world for promoting hair growth and a very healthy scalp. Now, as we were saying in one of the rooms that you hosted, our scalp is actually skin. You know, sometimes you don't
Yes.
think about that. And scalp health is equal to skin health is equal to body
Scalp
health.
health. Yes, body.
Now, so when we translate that to our scalp, when the scalp is clean, with no microbial activities happening on it, no bacteria, nothing, surely the hair that will grow out of it will be healthy as well. So healthy hair is equal to healthy scalp, and healthy scalp is equal to healthy hair. So that's one of the things that horsetail does. Horsetail also works by stimulating blood vessels that supply oxygen to the hair follicles. Now, imagine all this, and I can go on. There's marshmallow, there's peppermint, there's rosemary herbs, there's yarrow. Now, imagine a combination of all these things. The organic, and I use organic herbs. I source them from very, very reliable sources. Imagine having all of them in a very rich combination
Yeah, we're
of
going to.
oils, hair growth as
Okay.
well. And these are Ayurvedic herbs. Everything together then becomes a potent formula that when you add that to your scalp and to your hair care routine, you definitely will experience hair growth. And I am talking from experience. I'm not talking from my head. I'm talking from my experience. I can show pictures. I don't know if it's possible for me to share that. But if you go to my Instagram page, if you go to my, I think I have a couple of posts in my YouTube channel. I mean, it's not very active at the moment. I'm producing a lot of videos, which will be uploaded very soon. It's just Vedox. If you Google Vedox in YouTube, you will see some in the playlist. I think there's a couple. However, I have testimonials upon testimonials now of women past their 70, past their 40s, 50s, that have had PCOS. Some of them have had a hormonal imbalance like me. The hair around here has completely disappeared and the hair is beginning to grow back. Is this experience that I've had that I've translated into what you see on the website that people are using? So I don't know that oils only, just by soaking your hair in oils, is what will grow your hair. I don't agree. What I agree with is there are herbal infusions that when you combine them properly, they will take care of your scalp and they will also take care of your hair, and a combination of some other things added to it, because as you see, I have a kit, they will lead to hair growth. Now, should I go on and talk about my own hair care routine, for example?
Yes, please do, because when we're at the clubhouse meeting, a room that I host every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 12 p.m. Central Time, your story was just so touching, and we wanted to hear that. But before we go into that, I'm going to go to the comment area, and I'm going to also just mention some people that were just asking some questions and some other things like that. So I do see that Carrie, I'm going to pop up Carrie. Carrie says she thinks that oils are beneficial to hair. So I don't know if that was a question or that was a comment. And then also Priyanka said, yeah, that she combed out, or she or he combed out the dread recently, and they have a lot of single strand knots on it, so they think that the oils have helped them. So these are people that are saying that. And thank you so much, Katrin Miller, who says that your infusion of your oils in your growth oil has very great ingredients. So she's really interested and admires your infusion. So with that being said, we're going to go on to more people talking, but I do want to hear the story, and I do want to hear your message. I do want to hear your background. What happened to your hair? Now, so yeah, go ahead and share it with us. Let's see.
Let's start from the beginning. So in 2019, right about February or March, I just started experiencing a lot of bleeding. And I thought it was normal menstruation, but it just wasn't stopping. So I was continuously having periods, sometimes heavy, then sometimes very, very light. And it got to a point, I called my GP and I said, I don't understand why I just keep on bleeding every single day. I mean, this is not normal. So they started carrying out all sorts of investigations. And that went on until about September. So from round about February, March until September, they were questioning different things. They first said, oh, maybe I'm getting to that point where I was going to stop menstruating. So what's that thing called?
Menopause?
Yeah, but premenopause. Yeah. They said I was premenopausal. I said, no, I'm too young to be premenopausal.
Welcome to the club.
Oh my God. At that time, I was 41. No, I'm 44 this year, so I was 42. I wasn't even 42 yet when it started, because it started around about late February, early March. My birthday is on the 13th of March, which is next Saturday. So,
happy birthday.
Thank you. So I said to the lady, I said, it can't be possible. I'm too young to have this. And my mom, I think my mom started, well, she told me later that she was premenopausal right about late 50, early 60-ish. Wow. Yes. So in my mom's family, it's like, you're just having periods. Like.
So it's like your mom's family is one of those families that you hear that somebody had a baby at the age of 50 something.
You know, yes.
You see, that's the, yeah.
So, and the same thing on my dad's side, they have it quite late. So I told the the doctor that it can't be possible. Now, what she said to me was that, yeah, that it happens sometimes, that because of change environment, etc., maybe those things that I'm eating now are different. So some of the information she was saying to me she didn't realize it was triggering different things in my head. I'm like, what I'm eating, oh my God. I don't want my system to be different from how genetically I'm made up, you understand? So I was taking notes, and I take notes when she talks. So I was just making all these notes. And she said, let's run some tests. They run the menopausal tests. They run hormonal tests. They run all sorts of tests. Now, in September, I started getting ready for something because I needed to go and present my PhD work at Geneva. And I was like, I need now to focus on this work that I'm going to present. And everything was just at the back of my mind that has to do with my health. Then I traveled, did the presentation. It was in October, towards the end of October. When I came back, they just started running different types of tests on me. After the first ultrasound scan I had a call. Let's say I had the scan on like a Tuesday. I think it was the 29th of October. It wasn't even up to a week. My doctor just called me. Oh, they found something in my womb. They think that I have cyst, that it's close to my ovary, my right ovary. Honestly, it felt like the whole world was going to crash down on my head. And I'm like, what? You found what? And, I just started praying. I spoke to a few of my friends. I called my husband. I'm like, I'm not going to say that I have this thing. Energy or the power that he wants. I said, I'm healed. I'm whole. This thing has to stop. I'm just fed up. Because by that time, I was actually quite weak because it was just constantly bleeding. In between months, they would give me a tablet. It's a tranexamic acid. I think that's what it's called.
Okay.
So they gave me these pills. I think I was going to use like 4 every day, something like that. Then at some point, the bleeding will stop. I will stop for maybe 7 days or something, or sometimes 14 days. Then it will start again. And the doctor will say, okay, allow it to bleed, no problem. Then she will say, okay, use the medication again. And I was just living from medication to medication. I was just fed up. And I'm not somebody that loves drugs. I absolutely hate drugs. If you tell me to eat leaves to be fine, I will do it. But to be just gobbling medication, I absolutely hated it. Anyway, fast forward. By that time, though, I remember we went to Catalan for our holiday. I think it was early September because my husband wanted us to have a little time together before I, went away to do this presentation. And it was there. My son just, I told my son to have a look, that this place just feels strange. Have a look at it for me. So he looked at it, he didn't want to tell me. So I said, you need to tell me what's happening there. He said, Mom, it doesn't seem like there's any hair there. I said, what? So I said, oh my God. And my heart just sank. Now, it's so funny. Do you know that my husband told me after we met that my hair was one of the things that attracted him to me?
Oh, no. Oh, no. That is...
Do you know, I was like, my son said that.
Yeah.
Wow. And prior to then, I'd started cutting the hair because I just noticed that there was a lot of thinning. It wasn't full. My hair is not like big, full hair. I mean, if I styled my hair, you think it's big, but my hair is quite light. It's very fine, very fine.
Yeah, so, you have the waves. You have those waves that I have. Yeah, we have similar. Yeah.
Exactly. But your hair is even thick. Mine is not thick. My hair prior to this one, even this one is now thick. Prior to this, my hair was very fine. If the wind blows this way, it will go that way. If it blows but it was very long. I had long hair and very healthy hair because I used to look after my hair. In fact, people that know me will say, Dola is obsessed with her hair. As in, I used to take very good care of my hair because my hair is fine. So I'm like, let me just look after what is there.
Yeah.
So anyway, when my son said that, I thought to myself, okay. I didn't want to cry. Honestly, I wanted to cry, but I had to hold myself. So when we go back to the hotel, he told me this whilst we were having lunch. So they said they were going to the beach. I said I was going to go back into the hotel room. So went back there and I was just like, I'm fed up with this. I need to fix this. I think you'll be the first person that I'll be saying my full story to.
Thank you. Thank you.
Come
And
out
I
to
know, yeah, I know your story is going to really help a lot of people. And let me just tell you how your story is helping people even right now. Look at
right.
this. So Barbara Kelly says, your story sounds like mine. You know, if I could bring, let's say I can bring people onto stage, but I am sure multiple people have similar stories. So your message and what you're doing to help your growth oil and all that stuff is something that has helped you. You're a prime example. You're not just somebody that just cooked up a recipe in their house and just say, oh, try this, try that. I've never tried it before, but it might work for you. You are a prime example. Okay. So let me let you continue your story. And yeah.
So yes. So when we returned, of course, I did my presentation, came back, and I just chopped everything off. Because I said to myself, rather than me faking it until I think the hair will grow someday, let me just start from ground zero. So I cut my hair completely off. I don't know if I've even had any social media posting of my hair, but I have it on my phone. My phone has a catalog of pictures. Now, if I knew I was going to do business, I would have taken more pictures. But I just cut everything off. I started from the beginning and I took a scientific approach to how I was going to grow my hair. As you know, I'm doing a PhD and everything in my head is about research. So I started researching, how can I grow my hair back? Is it possible to grow? Then I started using some keywords like balding crown, thinning hair, baldness in women. I was using all sorts of key terms. And you know what? Google is amazing. It was just spewing out all these research work. There was a lot of Ayurveda coming up. I was like, I've never heard of Ayurveda in my life before. What is this? So I started going deep into the studies. I studied all the Ayurveda herbs, started making notes. I had a book. Where's my book? It's always in my bag. So I had this long list of herbs and I started ordering for them. I started reading, okay, how can I, because I know that I don't want to drink them. The herbs. This is my book. This that I'm using is nearly full. But
that's your Bible.
Yes, you will see list of different products, just different formulas. Anyway, so I started playing with these things until the point where my husband started calling me Dola the Alchemist, because I just turned the whole house into a lab. I was researching and researching, and he said, babe, you're okay. There's nothing wrong with your hair. There's nothing wrong with this. And I said, you can't understand. You're not a woman. When a man, they say that is because you're having money in Africa. When a woman is balding, it's a disgrace,
It's not, it's not a pretty picture. It's not a pretty picture.
So your story touched my heart. Oh my
goodness. That's Rachel. So Rachel, she's also a YouTuber, a content creator. I did a collab with her for okra. We did okra gel, like a collab.
Oh my God.
So
we talk about that. Yes.
Yeah.
So so at some point, so I will start with one herb, 2 herbs, 3 herbs, infusing the thing. I'll put them in a dark cupboard. I was going through the whole sequence of how some of the Ayurvedic studies that I came across was describing how you make herbal infusions. And then some of them you could drink as tea. So I'll drink, the tea. I was making ginger, lemon, and rosemary tea, There's a fenugreek as well. You can put in some.
Yes.
There's fennel tea you can use. I was just doing all sorts, and I love teas. You know, I live in the United Kingdom, so I absolutely love teas.
Yeah.
So, long story short, I got to a point I started feeling that the hair was coming out. Now, I told you that I was doing it like a scientific research.
Yes, yes.
When I cut the whole of the hair, I could feel that, oh my goodness, this place is really balding. And so I was having spots in between my hair, all over the place. The back as well, there were some spaces at the back. And I thought to myself, okay, if I color the whole of my hair, if the hair is growing, we will see black. The color of my hair is black. So I colored so I cut it short and I colored it. It was late to me later. They said, oh, maybe that they thought I was going through midlife crisis. Maybe I just want to change my life.
To be rebellious.
You know? And I'm like, oh, you still don't understand. So I colored the whole thing and I started using these oils. So even at that time, I would wash my hair with shampoo, I will condition, but I'll now put the oil on my scalp and I'll massage. I'll keep massaging and massaging. Then I took up yoga and because there's Christian yoga. So I took up yoga and Pilates. Yeah. Now, you'll ask me why. So I'm literally giving you my secret. Okay. So you know when you're doing yoga, inversion. Exactly. Yes. So there was inversion. Even with Pilates, there's some inversion moves that you do upside down and everything. I would only do my yoga after I've done my wash day. So after I've washed my hair, I do my exercise. So there was a method to the whole thing. I was like, I need to use these things intelligently in such a way where if they do produce results and it doesn't happen on my hair, then they're lying. Yeah. So for me, it was trying out what people were claiming in research work, on YouTube and all sorts of things that were all over the internet. And one day, I just saw black. I was like, wow, my hair is growing. I was so excited in this house. I was going all over the place. I said, see, my hair is growing, my hair is growing. And my husband was just looking at me and said, oh, I didn't realize that this thing is very serious.
Yeah.
I said, no, because I have 2 sons, so I don't have a girl. So I'm like, you can't understand. You can't feel me. So when I saw that the hair was growing, I decided that I now need to learn how to truly make cosmetic formulations for my skin and for my hair. And can I just add as well that whilst all these things were going on, remember my doctor said that maybe it was something I was eating that was changing my body and all that. Yeah. I decided we were going to be eating organic meals. I stopped eating sugar. I introduced honey. Let me just say this to anybody that is listening to this. Sugars cause inflammation in your system. And this inflammation leads to all sorts of diseases, headaches, different things. After I've stopped taking sugar and substituted it with honey, before now, I used to have migraines on a perpetual basis. I've not had migraine in a very long time. I can't even remember when I had migraine. And normally, monthly, I'm always having, my friends know, oh, maybe it's the building you're working in. Maybe it's the heat. But I just have migraines with no explanation. Migraines are gone. I used to have spots on my face. Yeah. Those are gone. I won't say it's only the sugar, because also I formulate creams, serums, facial oils, lotions for my skin. And that's why I do consultations with people, because what you buy out there is made for the general masses. Sometimes it doesn't work for people. So I actually consult people and see those things that you're looking at on the screen, Shola. Now, when somebody wants to use them, I tell them, do a consultation with me, because what you want to buy on the website, perhaps I can tweak it a little bit to suit your skin, because each skin requires different proportions of oils to emulsions to different ingredients inside them. So I consult. And to date, I've not had one person come, by God's grace, to complain that, oh, what you gave me didn't work. And I started with myself. So back to the hair story, the hair started growing. Then I started formulating and I came up with this range. Should I move to my wash day so that I can
Yes, definitely. So what we're going to do is that before you move to your wash day, we are loving the story you are sharing with us. We are learning from it. So many people can relate with it. And I'm going to go to the comment area and we're going to just see what people are saying. One person had a question, and that is, don't need no man, stop telling me I do. That is the person's avatar name. I did not say it. That is what they call themselves. So this person said, can somebody's hair grow from androgenic alopecia? So what do you think?
That was the diagnosis I had. I was told that I had androgenetic alopecia. Some people call it androgenic, but it's androgenetic alopecia because it's hormonal.
Okay.
So it's from the inside. There was an imbalance between, the estrogen and the progesterone because the body is beginning to change. And indeed, my system was winding down to stop menstruating, so to speak. And when that happens, there is a disproportional balance in the estrogen and also the progesterone. And as a result of that, some of the things that normally will come towards your scalp to promote hair growth, also is winding down. Collagen levels reduce, different things. Now, Shola, I will be doing this conversation an injustice if I don't mention this.
Okay.
Once you're approaching 40 or you're past 40, you need to incorporate multivitamins into your regime. Either you like it or not, you absolutely need to.
Yes.
Because these are bodies, especially we women, they're just some things that just wind down. It's not the devil, it's not anything. It's just how the system goes. And those things don't produce themselves. When you were 20 or 19 and, the hair is growing, you're not even doing anything to it. It's just growing. That was me. Now that you're approaching the 40, midlife crisis is hitting, different things are happening in your body. The system is saying, I'm done or I'm gradually winding down. You need to start taking multivitamins. Ladies, your vitamin B3, essential. Zinc, essential. Magnesium, essential. All your vitamin Bs, critical. Vitamin C, very important. Now, I spoke to an American nurse, and please, disclaimer, I am not a nurse. I'm not a doctor. I am not a dermatologist. But this lady said this to me. I took her advice and I've not looked back. So disclaimer, please check with your doctor before you approach this advice. She said to me that I should try to use pre-pregnancy tablets, multivitamins.
Prenatals.
That because the combination, that's right, that the combination of vitamins in there actually address womb health. Don't forget they said they found something in my womb and I had to go through a procedure, blah, blah, blah. I've started taking that. Is going to about a year now. And I would tell you, I am stronger, I am healthier than I was in 2019. I can see that for a fact. And the bleeding that was happening as is winding gradually down, they also put something inside my system to help to stop the bleeding, and is working. So every month I'll just have very, very light periods. Sometimes I don't even have at all. And it's just been calm. But I would tell you this, the way my skin looks, the way I feel, I know that is a combination of what I put inside as much as what I put on the outside. So ladies, take this thing seriously. And also as much as possible, if you can stop drinking your soda. I know in America, you guys like soda a lot.
But we can stop. We can stop. And I advise people, and you talked about supplements, vitamins, and stuff, and I, as someone that I'm anemic. I have the sickle cell traits in me, and so I've dealt with anemia since I was the age 13. I used to get blood infusion like every
Wow.
single day for a while. I used to take about, when I was little, I used to take about 13 or so pills. And I was in boarding school too, and the food is not nutritious. So I've gone through all this. So I always tell people, I tell them, I said, as you get older, exactly what you said. I was always someone that I took vitamins, but when it comes to supplements, I'm like, I don't need it. But I see the power of supplements. I take collagen. I just did a video on collagen supplement, and people always admire my skin. Okay, so back like about how many years ago? I want to say about 11 8 years ago. If you see pictures of me, my face was messed up. I didn't look, no. I had acne, I had cystic acne, I had all kind of stuff. But supplements like, I take collagen, I take fiber. It
Yes.
has really helped me out a lot.
Absolutely.
Zinc, zinc, D3.
Yes.
You can't see me. And let me say something about zinc also. I also notice that as we get older, as we women get older, and
Yes.
especially if you're someone that you're married and you have intercourse and all that stuff, something they don't talk about, and our culture, we're not even good at talking about what's going on down there. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm
Mm-hmm.
coming to let you guys know that even the power of medication, the right medication is good, because as you get older, as women, it gets dry down there. And then you
Absolutely.
get blisters,
Yes.
you can get cuts and blisters and all that stuff. And I've been battling, having cysts, and like every month I have this issue where, and it's not menstruation or whatever, but I have this pain as if somebody kicked me in the stomach, and it's so
Wow.
bad. So up
Wow.
to the point that my husband, my husband travels all the time, and my husband had to tell my daughters that your mom goes through this every time. It can happen twice a month, it can happen whenever, and it comes out of the blue. You
Wow.
know, and my husband told my girls, he said, girls, if you're at home right now, this is what happens to mommy. And the first time it ever happened to me, it was a scary experience. And that is why we need to talk about women's health. And I'm so happy that March is the month of women's month, and we
Yes.
need to talk about this. So it
Mm-hmm.
happened the first time this ever happened to me. I'm right now, I'm 44 years old, and I just turned 40 when it happened to me. And I was on the couch, and I was laying down, and I was just doing some stuff, and it was as if someone just came and just boom, hit me in the stomach. And I was in
Wow.
so much pain. I couldn't move. I thought I was dying. I was just like, God, please take care of my children. God, if my husband marries another woman, let her not be mean to my kids, because men cannot stay alone. I tell you. So I
All
was
right.
just, I was doing my final prayer. I was doing my final prayer, like,
Wow.
God, please help me. And I was in so much pain. I didn't know what to do. I got my phone. I called the only person I knew, my neighbor opposite me. She's a good friend. I called my neighbor.
Wow.
I crawled
Serious.
to the door of my house. Thank God I was downstairs, not upstairs, unless I would have rolled down the stairs. I crawled, and she rang my doorbell. I opened the doorbell. She took me to the bathroom, like stripped me. I went to the shower, poured water on me, and she had medication. She just gave me this heavy pain medication that she had, and I
Yes.
took that, and I was better. And she told me, she said, because she's someone that, she has gone through things and from experience. So she told me,
Mm-hmm.
she's like, something's going on with you. And so I called my doctor. They looked at it. I did scans. I did all that. They couldn't find anything. So my
Mm-hmm.
doctor told me, gave me medications, and, watch this, was that. I stopped taking like sugars. I don't drink, like sugar all the time. I can't remember the last time I put sugar, and then I bumped up my medication, took the right medication. But I get this once in a while, but it wasn't as bad as that initial pain. I've gone through ultrasounds, gone through so many doctors, like they don't know what's going on, but they're telling me that, okay, I have premenopause, I have all this stuff, but we
Mm-hmm.
don't talk about it. We don't talk about it. We don't teach our girls
Yes.
about it. And then things start happening, our hair, like my hair will just be falling down in clumps and stuff. And having
Mhm.
anemia, I lose hair having anemia. So that's when I incorporated like collagen. I started taking black seed oil, and I love that you have black cumin in your oil mix.
Yes,
So your oil mix has
absolutely.
black cumin. Yes. So your oil mix is very, very powerful. And I
Mm.
really love the mixture. That's why I'm telling people that, I love the mixture in your oil mix. I'm going to pop it up on the screen again. Let me see if I can I'm going to pop it up on the screen again. But I'm so happy to have you on here because you're just an example of someone that has been going through stuff that other people have also been going through, but we don't talk about it
No,
because, oh, as though
don't.
you shouldn't be talking about stuff like that. It make you look weak. It da 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 da. Why don't we talk about this kind of things?
You know
You
what I say,
know?
Shola? I
Yeah,
say to people that vulnerability is now my superpower.
yeah.
Because the more that I share of this supposed weakness at a time in my life, the more people come out, just like people,
Mm,
putting stuff in the comment box. People text me, people message me, they go like, your message is so important because we're suffering in silence. And
yes.
same thing you're saying now. People are suffering in silence. We need to educate ourselves. And for me, I was saying in one of our clubhouse rooms, I don't know if I said it in your room, I said, my mission right now, part of my passion and my mission is to restore dignity and self-esteem to women and men, especially
Mm-hmm.
people that are losing their hair. Because if it didn't happen to me, I wouldn't realize that there was something about my hair and kind of like my identity. I mean, I know that I'm a child of God. I know that I'm Dolapo, I'm full of gifts. I'm not my hair. I'm not my skin. But there's something about the hair that sort of frames your face. It gives you what you look like, at least in the
Yeah,
body, in the skin. And I say to people, if this is going to be my mission and my passion, I am going to do it. And I'm going to do it with passion. I'm going to do
yes.
with every fiber of, gusto, whatever I have, to help people to realize that you are not supposed to suffer in silence. And I
Yeah.
say, I create this e-guide for my consultees, and I send it to them. Part of what I put there is a message from me. And I say, this journey you're embarking on, we're doing it together.
Yes,
Because
we are.
we should
Yes,
not,
we are.
yeah.
Yeah. So we had a question from Miss. This is my mommy in the Lord, Jessica for Jesus. Thank you so much, Ma, for coming. So she says, so did you find out if the cyst in your ovary was PCOS?
Now, very good question. Should I shock you?
Yes, shock us. Come on.
After the first ultrasound, and my doctor was panicking, and she was like, it looked hard, it's this, it's that, there are two of them, blah blah blah. And I was meant to go to the hospital the following day because this senior consultant was now supposed to check and all that. Then they messed that one up because they couldn't find my medical report and everything. Then I went back home without anything, and I was just like, what kind of life is this?
Mm,
I prayed and I fasted with my
mm,
husband. We agreed that this thing, the way it has shown up, is going to disappear.
yes.
Now, when they were going to do this procedure thing, because it was now supposed to be that they'll put something inside me to stop the bleeding and all that, they couldn't find anything.
Mm. You see, God?
Do you know what they said that is there? It's so funny. I did two ultrasound scans. The man said, I can see blood everywhere. When he was about to do the procedure, said,
Yeah.
I can see blood everywhere. The place is just bloody, so I need to flush you.
Mm.
So I just was there, I was
Right.
so vulnerable.
Mm.
I felt like a rabbit that they were doing an examination on.
Oh,
So they flushed, the thing was just flushing out and they were collecting the blood. And he said, I don't think I can see anything. And I was like, yes, you are not going to see anything.
Yes, because
I'm
we have
like,
a God that heals,
yes.
and
I'm
yes,
like,
and also our God is not a God that says, how people say, "Oh, just pray it away." You can pray it away, but also we need to educate ourselves. And
absolutely,
yes,
absolutely.
yes,
So he now said to me, he said, I can see some fibroids. I'm like,
mm,
no, I don't have fibroids. Then he looked, he said, but I don't see anything that should cause us to be alarmed.
mm,
And I remember I was just lying down there. I was just like, then he said, I'm still going to do a little bit of cleaning up for you.
yeah,
Then we'll put this insertion, and let's just, he said, maybe for the next 2 3 weeks you may bleed and bleed a lot because of everything that's just happened, because it will be
yeah,
traumatizing for your system. He said, but in the next 2 3 4 months,
yeah.
I believe everything should resolve itself. So it wasn't
Mm.
polycystic ovarian syndrome, because that's PCOS.
Okay. Yes.
And by the way, Shola, I actually
Yeah.
have a client who has PCOS. She was
Hmm.
told she was never going to have children. She has 3 boys. She was told that, and for since she was 29 years old, her
Yeah.
hair is balding.
Yeah.
And I just came up, I met her through my son, because her son's, my son is her son's very good pal in school. And we just
Mm.
met, we just started talking, and we just became quite friendly towards each other. And we've gone on to be quite close friends and all that. And during the lockdown, I was just like, she saw my hair. She was like, I didn't know that this was what your hair looked like. And yes, my hair was not like this. I am growing.
Mm.
She
Yeah.
said, it's so beautiful. I said, even I didn't know that my hair was this beautiful before.
Yeah.
She said to me, she said she would give anything for her hair to
Mm.
be like mine. And I said, why did you say that? So she shared
Mm.
a story with me. And I said, why don't you try the things that I use?
Yeah.
I've started a little business with it. But I can give you a discount. Let me put something together for you. And she said, by all means.
Mm.
By week one of using the set, is there a way I can share the
Yes.
photo?
Yes. What you can do is, are you doing this on the laptop?
Yes.
Okay, so what you do is, you see, I'm going to stop sharing the screen that I'm sharing. You see
Right.
at the bottom where it says share.
Yes.
So
Okay.
click on the share. You see
Yes.
share screen. Click on share screen, and
Uh-huh.
then you can pick your screen. So while you are doing that, let me quickly go to some questions. So I'll let
Sure.
you figure that out. Let me know if you have any question.
No problem.
So yeah, so we had a question from, I hope you guys are enjoying Dollar stories. Dollar is my newest friend. I want to travel right now. I wish I could just travel and come and hang out with you and stuff. I miss being able to travel. I miss it so much. I was supposed to
Um,
go to UK, you
oh,
know, because my sister-in-law lives in UK, and
I see. That's so nice.
yeah. So we had a question from EO, and EO says, I just came from a video about the benefits of mineral oil and petroleum. What are our thoughts?
Hmm. Petroleum products, I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't use it. I think there's something about petroleum oils and petroleum formulations that for me doesn't make your scalp to breathe.
Mm.
So I don't like
Yeah.
nonsense, but
Yeah.
it's not my fault. It's not my thing.
Yeah. Now, mineral oil, I don't use mineral oil. The I did have this grease, and I did my empties video on Friday, and I had this grease that I had forever. I used it to test the different scenarios, and I didn't put it on my scalp. I put it on my hair because I found out that when I put the grease on my scalp itched, and then on
Yeah.
my hair was an oily, greasy mess. But me, I like doing experiments, so of course I used it for wash and go. Got a fabulous wash and go, but please don't touch my hair. And please don't let me see, the soul glow from is it
Yes.
coming to America part one? Um, I will sit down and you'll just see my greasy stain on your couch
Yes.
everywhere. And there was one day that I was sleeping. I did the experiment with grease for over a month, I was doing this experiment off and on for people because people will say, "Oh, how does grease look with a twist out?" So I'll do a twist out with it, and I'll be like, "Oh, it looks good, but don't touch it." And then we're driving somewhere, and I fell asleep. And you know when you put your head against the mirror, no, the window,
Yes.
and I woke up, and the grease was all over the mirror. But grace to me, I mean, a lot of people swear by it. It works for them. People know me on my channel. I don't knock anybody's asshole. I don't say, don't do this, don't do that. I say, educate yourself and
Yes.
experiment, see what works for you. I love experimenting. Anything my husband told me, he said, Shola's hair is the most fed person, if hair was a person in this house.
I
So
love
my
that.
hair was the most fed. I come up with different concussions. I do test them out. I'm so excited about this coming week because there's something that women that do DIY have been battling with. And
Okay.
I finally found a solution that will help everybody out.
Okay.
So if
Okay.
somebody could guess, if somebody gets, let me tell you, because you guys are watching right now, a whole bunch of you, you know how people use banana in their hair and they have the banana flakes and stuff.
Yes.
I've found a solution. So I'm so excited to share it this coming week. I've been
Okay.
testing it, and yeah, I'm so excited about that. So I always get
Fantastic.
excited. But I'm going to say, let's go to another question before we go look at your screen. We also had a comment from, so that was yours. Let's see. So Patricia said, I never know that could grow your hair, what you use. Yes, so what you use and your diet, how you can grow your hair grows, but also as what Dollar said, the combination of what she used was what worked for her and is
That's
what's working for our clients. So I
yeah.
would advise you to book a consultation with her. She's all over social media. You can find her on Instagram. She's very, very what they call responsive. So contact her on Instagram, book an appointment with her. And then we also add let's see who else. We also add um Annabella. Annabella says, thanks for sharing your experience. I am also in the process of regrowing my hair. You look very fresh. And guess where Annabella is? You can probably grab a cup of
Okay.
tea. You know, let me work on my British accent. My Texas, Nigerian, British, American accent. Grab a cup of tea, a spot of tea.
So funny.
So so Annabella, she's down the street from you. Walk over to her place and chit chat
Thank
with her. Thank you so much, Annabella. And yes, Barbara seconds yes to me to stop eating sugar. I
Yes, to
tell you, not only will that improve as we get older, our body is not as resilient to stuff as when we're
yes.
younger. Okay. When I was younger, when I was in college, and even when I started working and I was a single lady, I could eat cereal every single day. And I will not only drop like 5 pounds in 5 days or 5 pounds in 2 days, I'll look glam.
Yeah.
Now I cannot touch that stuff. you
Yeah.
know I last week I've been doing a no sugar, no, because I'm a picky eater. I don't mean picky in terms like I don't like this, I don't like, I pick stuff. I can eat a cracker here and a this here and a this there. So I told myself last week, and I said, Shola, and I told my husband, I said, I have a problem. I'm a picky eater. And he's like, what in the world? I said, when you are not home, since it travels all the time, um yeah, you guys, my family channel, DM Vlogs Life, I did a video that just came out today about
Oh,
me picking up my husband from the airport, and your girl showed skin because I'm grown and I can. Yeah. So it was because he was gone it was gone. So I had to like let him know who is still in charge,
yes.
and he couldn't. Yeah. So I showed everything on camera, going to the airport, DM Vlogs Live. But anyway, so I told my husband, and I said, I have a problem. He's like, what's, I said, I'm a picky eater. I said, what do you do? I said, I have confession. So this is what I do. Lately, I've been stressed because, with my job, and Dollar just found out my real job, that I am not a nurse. People,
Oh,
everybody always thinks, no, I'm not a nurse. So with my job, I'm a programmer specialist. I build software. I work with people from all over the world, technology for the past 25 years or so. So my work is very brain tasking, very, very high demand, stressful. I work with all guys. So it's just like, so many things that I'm responsible to. And, as a woman, again, Black woman, there's a lot on your shoulder and there's expectations that, you being who you are, you
that's
better,
right.
you better
Yeah,
step up the game. So I've
yeah.
been quite stressed. And when I get stressed, I become a picky eater and I'm not picking the right things. Okay.
Oh,
So we don't have candy in the house. So I look for ways to make my own candy. We don't have cakes. We don't have all that stuff. So I'm
right.
making like mug cakes. I'm like the queen of mug cakes. I get
Mhm.
my mug. I put some flour in it. I put some sugar. I put baking soda, baking powder.
Powder.
I I whip that up, put a little of milk, put some, almonds and walnut. I made myself a cake, and nobody. And the thing is that even though I don't have those snacks, I was still picking it in. I was eating the right stuff, and so I
Oh,
kept on pounding on the weight, and then my face started breaking out and everything. And I had to confess to him, and it was like, okay, Shola, you need to stop doing it. I am a very obedient wife. I feel like when my husband says, Shola, you need to stop doing this, I feel it's a challenge. That's just who I am. So I was like, okay, bring it on. So for this week, last week, I didn't eat sugar and I didn't do anything like that. And let me just tell you guys, um, I dropped the weight. I feel better. I breathe better. And
yeah.
I just felt, oh, and my skin looks good because of course I take my fiber collagen supplements, so I'm not worried about that. But I felt better about myself and my stomach, everything. I just felt good. So
Mm.
sugar is the enemy. I'm sorry, sugar is the enemy.
Enemy.
It
And do you know
is.
something, Shola? People
Yeah.
might not know this. Honey is actually an antioxidant. Honey
Mm,
is probably sweeter than this sugar that we're talking about. But
yeah.
when you think about it, it's produced by nature.
Yeah.
But part of it is, I know this might sound gooey. So bees, they drink it, then they also
I
spew it
know.
out, taking it out, take it out. So it has gone through all sorts of processes. But
Yeah.
the key thing about honey is an antioxidant, and that is
Yes.
for your inside. Really
Yes.
powerful.
Yeah.
Now, can I say something?
Yes.
Somebody was talking about so my hair can grow this way. I didn't quite understand the statement.
Yeah. I didn't understand that, but
Yeah,
yeah.
but something came to my heart when I read that. And let me just say this, some of us might know, but I don't want to assume that we all know. Now, when our hair always grows, and Shola actually made that statement. I think it was when he said that, I remember this. Your hair always grows. The
Mhm.
problem is length retention,
Yes.
and sometimes even strength, because people
Yes.
like me, my hair needs strength. So for
Mhm.
example, Moroccan henna is part
Mhm.
of what I infuse in my oils.
Mm.
Henna. And the way it is I don't know if people know the science of how henna helps the hair. Henna binds itself to each one of your hair strands. And that's why
Mm.
my hair is stronger today. But there is a way to use henna. It's not for everybody, but if
Mhm.
you want to use henna, I can help advise you on how to use henna. When you
Yes.
use henna the wrong way, it's like a spaghetti that's not been cooked.
Mm.
So you can snap it. It's hard. It feels strong, but it's very brittle. If you use henna properly, it will be like cooked spaghetti.
Mm.
It's thick,
Very nice.
but
Al dente.
that's right.
Yeah.
Then the second thing I wanted to just say is your hair grows from your follicle, as you know, or the root underneath the skin. It is fed by blood vessels, you know, and all that. And, it's nourished. The blood vessels nourishes it. The thing we were saying about multivitamins, there are a few things I'll put into this hair growth thing that I'm talking about. The multivitamins are carried inside your bloodstream. The whole yoga thing and bending down and inversion is to try and concentrate blood there so that it can nourish your scalp and then nourish the root of the hair that is coming out. Now, however, please, the hair goes through stages. So there is a time when your hair actually sheds, and there is a time when your hair grows. The term called anagen is the growing phase. This is when your hair is growing, and that determines the length of our hair. You see those young, beautiful women, Shola, that are your children. I'm so jealous of them because they started off on this wonderful platform where they're not putting all sorts of chemicals in their hair. Their mom has given them, this beautiful education about, number one, accepting curly hair,
Yes.
and number two, using the right types of techniques to keep that hair beautiful. Now, secondly, there's the catagen phase. This is transition. During that phase, the hair follicle shrinks and it detaches itself from they call it the dermal papilla. So you will see, I think every single day they say that we shed about 100 strands of hair. Is true, but it's not strange. It's when you're having like clumps of hair that this
There's
is
a problem. Yeah.
Exactly. Then you have the resting phase. The resting phase is when your hair is just taking a little break. The one that has come out is taking a little break until another new season comes. Now, then they say that there's a exogen phase, and it's part of the resting phase where new hair starts growing. And they say about 100. I would say maybe between 50 and 150 because it's different for different people.
Yes.
I did my as we had a conversation yesterday. Yesterday was my what? I hardly had any shedding. And I put that to my hair care routine because for the past 3-4 months, I've not been seeing so much hair in my comb. It's actually it gives me the excitement. Oh my God, my hair is not coming out like before. And what that means to me is there is length retention. So there's a technique to reducing that shedding as well. But shedding will happen because this hair, what has come out of your scalp is dead cell. What is keeping it going is the nourishment that is coming from under. So the new hair that is coming under is holding on to the dead one that is out. This thing that we're celebrating and talking so much about is actually dead.
Dead. And that's true. And you put out something on the stream right here. Should I pop it up on the screen now? So I'm going to add this to the screen.
Yes, please. Now, what you're looking at.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Let me add it back. Okay.
What you're looking at was the beginning phase of my horrors in 2019. I just thought I should show that to people. So the balding started around this area. All this area. That's when the balding started. And eventually I just chopped everything off. I did big chops. I mean, I'm still going to catalog the story because I really need to tell the story in a way where people understand the horrors that I had. This thing progressed to the front of my hair, this whole area. It was like, when there's flooding and the water just started ticking over. That was how it started. I just had all this balding. I'm like, and at some point, this was before we went to Catalan. But by the time I think we had spent 4 days in Catalan, and I told my son to have a look at my hair. It was really bad. It was advanced. Now, another one I would like to show you. Is there a way? Can I just scroll and
just see? Go ahead. Yeah.
This is the lady I spoke to you about. And I had to seek her permission to use this even for social media. She was like, I should go ahead. This was when the week before she started this whole process. I told her, take a photo of what your scalp looks like before we start. A week after.
Yeah, we see that. Wow.
Now, I also spoke to her about multivitamins and stuff like that. Can you notice the difference in color?
Yeah, I see it's the richer. The first one kind of looked very like a brownish and it got darker.
This is paleness.
Huh.
Blood circulation is poor. So the technique I gave her was she needed to be massaging and massaging and massaging. And you can see it actually affected even, part of this is part of her face.
Yeah.
And then,
Wow.
so this is after about a week, she started seeing growth. And this was barely 1 month after she started using the product.
Wow. That's amazing. And I'm going to pop up something on the screen right now from Selena. Hi, Selena. Thank you for coming. Selena says that is why it's important to know our body and identify changes that your body goes through. That is
Absolutely.
so true. That is so true. Thank you, Selena.
Mhm.
Okay. Do you have any more pictures you wanted to show?
Yes,
Or
so I want to go because this is in my
okay,
in
so let me put us
picture.
on the screen. Let me know
Yeah,
when you're ready,
of
and I'll
course.
pop it up on the screen. So while
Yeah.
she's looking for it, I'm just going to go through and show what people are saying. Amina says she takes multivitamin every day, and I definitely don't drink soda. I've been drinking water most of the time. And she says, hello from Long Island, New York, USA. Thank
Hello.
you, Amina. And Regina says, thanks for reminding me to take my vitamins. See, it is so important. And my daughters right now, we got these things. And this might help you, Regina, and everybody. We got these things. And I know people will say, oh, this old woman, your pill case. So we got this pill case. And it
Mhm.
has Monday, like S for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and we put all our pills in there. Now,
Yeah.
all my daughters now, they're in, they see their menstruation and they all carry the sickle cell trait like I do. Mine is a
Wow.
bit elevated. I don't know. They're going to do their tests coming up. My oldest did a test last year and it was a bit low, but my youngest
Okay.
is going to do our test because she just started her menses last month. So we all take iron also because our doctor says you must take iron supplements. So, and then we also take zinc and B3 and vitamin C, which is very important. And then women's multivitamin. They take women's multivitamins, the same thing that I take. The only thing that they don't
Mhm.
take that I take is omega. And I take that for my heart health because I have an heart condition. I'm like, God just loves me. He just wants to show me how powerful he is that, I was someone that I didn't know I could live past the age of 21, but I got married. I lived past it. I had kids, I have several angel babies, I love them. And, but God has put me through so much so that I can be who I am right now. And that's why I build my community. I appreciate everyone that watches me. I appreciate what I can give out and what I can show to people. And stories like this is why we keep doing what we're doing. So, Regina, anybody gets that pill case Sunday evening, just sit down there and just put your pills and set an alarm. I have an alarm on my phone that
Same.
says, take your pills. And it rings, and everybody in the house knows it rings. I go and I take my pills,
That's right.
and
Yes.
that's it. So I'm gonna say one more person. Okay, so Amina says, any suggestions on hot flashes? Oh my gosh, it's so uncomfortable. Well,
Can I just say that some of the things that Shola and I have been saying to just avoid actually helps with hot flushes.
yeah.
Believe it or not, I am 44 next Saturday. And I remember, I think it was this same 2019, my friends used to make fun of me because I'm just the only person that is hot in the room. And they're
Yeah.
like, I make friends with older people. So they start making fun of me that, aha, welcome to the club. You used to make fun of us. And I was like, no, never. And they're like, it's inevitable. But do you know, when I swapped this sugar thing that I dropped, it
Yeah.
has made a big difference to everything. I don't
Yeah.
actually experience those hot flushes as before. And I just put it down to also eating healthy and taking a lot of water. I think
Yes.
still have hot flushes, but maybe the occurrences of it would reduce, I think.
Yes.
What do you think,
And
Sean?
And I'm going to, I tell you, it's so important. I'm going to do something. And it's so funny that she mentioned hot flashes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. And I actually, let me just add this. Okay. So this is, I'm going to make this bigger. So this is the video that I was talking about from my family channel, DM Vlogs Live.
Ooh, you
And
look hot.
thank you. And this was when I was going to go and get my husband. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it off so that you guys can hear something that I said. So I'm going to bring it up again. I'm going to share that. Let me pop it up on the screen again. Bear with me 1 second. And there's a reason to this. It's so important that we understand, like Selena said, we need to understand our body and we need to understand everything about it. So let me start that right over, bear with me, over there. Okay, so yeah, okay, so that is it. So I'm gonna pop it up on the screen again for you all to see. Okay, so here we go. So I'm gonna share that screen. Okay, so this was when I was going to go and get my husband from the airport, right? And this is what happened. Okay, so I got into the car and my husband had to put on a sweater and change my outfit because it was a tad bit cold. So let's go get the man. And it's cold, it's hot, it's cold. I don't know. I think I'm just going through the changes. Oh my God, I think I'm just going through the changes because my daughter said, Mommy, it's hot outside. I said, it's cold. Okay, so that I tell you, and it's so funny because when you said that, when she said, I said, I just went through it. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm hot. Oh my gosh, I'm cold. Oh my gosh, I don't know what to. Before we sat down to meet, I was wearing a sleeveless shirt, and then I grabbed a sweater, and then I'm like, oh my goodness, I started sweating again. So I don't like this stuff. I don't like it. But it's just one of those things. So do I have any advice for you? I'm doing what Dollar is doing. Take your supplements, talk to your doctor. Somebody was telling me about some supplement. I can't remember it, so I don't want to say it, but there's so many things you can do, change your diet, your supplement. Talk to your doctor, talk to your gyno, get your regular gyno check. I would say also, but yeah, and I just have to put this out there. Thank you, Sarah. Sarah says black is beautiful. And Gina also said, Gina's TV, she says, ma'am, you are just amazing with this continuous program. Thank you for always helping women. And I always learn a lot. And I appreciate you for that. And we have Nancy. Nancy is wonderful. Nancy says, Primrose oil is great for hot flashes. Thank you. I didn't know that. Thank you so much.
Oil in some of my facial serums. Oh, it's good to know that. Or drinking it then. You're taking it.
I think it's like, is it drinking it? So Nancy will tell us if it's drinking it. But Katrine, yeah, so Katrine also says, and Katrine was telling Amina, and this is what I love about my community, is people always help each other. That's why we have a Facebook group of over 40,000 people that are just helping each other. So Katrine says, stinging nettle is good for cramps, and you can get it in teas and in capsules, and also avoid caffeine and spicy food. Katrine, why? I have to eat spicy food. My hot pepper soup, my suya.
Yes.
Oh gosh. I just finished eating a bowl. Before I came, I had some beans with some ayamase. You know, the bean, the stew. Yeah, with orishirishi meat.
Yes.
You know, so I don't know about spicy food. I have to eat my spicy food. So yeah.
Amazing. Stinking nettle is good. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm gonna pop this back on the screen. So can you walk us through what's going on here?
Yes. So this lady also suffers from androgenetic alopecia. And you can see hers was well advanced. She's been like this for about 8 years, according to her, when I met her in May. So this is how we started. She started applying she started using the whole range, the kit, and gradually I could see that her scalp was looking a bit healthier, not so pale. And after this is number 3. She could now mat her hair in such a way where you can see that. So I intentionally put this diamond thing here because I needed you to see how the hair strands was filling up, gradually filling up until you can almost now see a proper pattern when she was matting her hair. Can you see? So
yeah, I see.
was losing up. Right now, I'm waiting for her latest photo because she had to travel to Dubai. She's a very busy person. She works for an oil company. So she said when she returns back to Nigeria, because she went to Dubai to do some work, very, very busy lady, that she would take a photo because she needs to take the photo the same way. Because I tell her that, the same way you're taking the photos is what I want. I don't want different poses and all that, so that people can see the progress. And she said, the last thing she texted me, she said, wow, my hair is growing. I can't believe this.
Wow.
So the thing is, what is working will work. I don't say to everybody that it's going to work for you 100%. I say try what I have tried. That's what I can offer, because number one, I'm not God, but number two, I believe that what God has put in nature, he has given some of us the understanding of how to use it properly. And the way I came about this thing was intentional, was a lot of research, was a lot of also learning from other people. Shola, I told you this. You're one of the people that I learned from just by, people that came up.
Thank you. I learned from you guys too.
What do I do? What do I do, for my hair? And, I will watch, I'll binge watching you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Honestly, what I loved about your journey, and I don't have girls, so I'm always jealous, was the fact
How old are
that
your boys? How old are your boys?
So my first son is 16, he's 17.
Okay, so let's in-law. Okay.
so so that's the idea. I didn't even know that was coming.
She didn't want, we are just we're collecting names, collecting number. Oh yeah, which other one? Let's start Zoom call. I sound like, my friends from India, they always tell me that, everybody they go, this auntie is always saying, oh, I have a son. And I'm like, I'm sorry guys, we don't do that, but I
know what you mean. Oh my God, I didn't see that coming. So,
so your first is 16, my first is 16.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, my oldest is, you didn't know?
No,
my oldest is 16. My other daughter, she's 12. She'll be 13 in May.
Oh, my second is 14.
Oh, it's okay.
Do you know what? The next time we traveled to America, because my brother lives in Nashville, Tennessee, we were there in 2017. So they were supposed to travel last year to come and see us in the UK, but of course, Uncle Coco happened. I don't call it. I don't like giving the power of his name. So they probably will. I don't know who is now supposed to travel again, but I really like to travel again. And you guys are in Texas. I have aunties in Texas. I have uncles in Birmingham, Alabama. My brother actually is in Birmingham, Alabama. I have people in Atlanta. I have family all over the US.
Now, everybody, and Houston has a lot of Nigerian community. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay, so somebody was so somebody was asking about the Instagram page. That is our Instagram page, Organic by Verdox. Verdox? Yeah. Yes. And then we also add we also add someone. Oh, Barbara Kelly is also in UK. See, you have a lot of people in UK. Yeah.
Do you know what, So before you go, Shola, so on the Instagram, if you want to see me in action live, is organic_dollar. So that's my personal one. The one for the company is Organic by Vedox, correct? Then also, if it's okay, I have an organic and natural skin and hair care group on Facebook. We just
Okay.
started like literally last week. So if you want to join that community as well, by all means, if you're in Clubhouse, Shola too is also in Clubhouse. Do you know, I was able to start a club today,
Yay!
Healthy Hair Club. So
Yay!
and I think for me, it's just going to different places to get more knowledge. I love being educated. I have learned so much from this woman here, and she didn't even know that I was learning from
I didn't know.
her.
I didn't know. Thank you.
And I think one of the powerful things about the videos and the content that you've created and made available is the fact that you've taught. For me, if I had girls, honestly, I probably would have messaged you by now. It's just because I don't have girls. Because I think the important thing about what you're doing is you're leaving a legacy for people. I mean, after you've grown old and you've gone to be with the Lord,
Yes.
all these things will still be here for people
Yes.
that look like us and also people from all over the world
Yes.
to watch and learn. And this is what I see about the power of media. And
Yeah.
to everybody that is listening to us, whether you're doing hair or is not hair, you are good at something. Please
Yes.
don't let it die with you. Put something
Yes.
there for somebody. You don't know who you're going to help. Because if
Yes.
she do what she did, if all the people that did all this research that I was able to glean information from to start with, if they weren't there, I don't know where I'll be today. And it was whilst I was going through that, I found out about my school, Formula Botanica. And then I was like, yes, I'm now at a stage where I actually want to learn how to do this thing myself. And whoever knows Formula Botanica would know that what they teach is about organic products, organic formulations. So formulation is different from recipe. It takes courage to sit down and say that you want to formulate something because you're picking different ingredients and you're trying to bind them together based on the scientific understanding of what they're able to give you. So just a big shout out to the CEO of Formula Botanica because if she didn't start the bold move that she made, and today Formula Botanica's, I think like hundreds of thousands of people have graduated from the school from all over the world. I mean, I would be able to benefit from that. So please, women, ladies, let's do all these things. Let's put them out. Let's put them out there. And I'm just encouraging you to do the same.
Yes, well, thank you. We have to keep on doing what we have to do. And we have a comment from Money Love. And she says, hello, ladies. My question is, how do you know if you need to take multivitamins if your doctor says your blood work is okay? Basically, will taking multivitamins be too much? I experienced postpartum hair loss, which left my hair feeling extra dry and brittle. So I'm thinking I need to take multivitamin. Okay, so let me say from my own experience, I've always taken multivitamins since I was a baby. My parents, my dad was a stickler. Like, have you taken your vitamins? We've taken vitamins. Even my girls, they've taken vitamins. This is how I look at vitamins. I look at vitamins like, okay, you know how some people say, oh, I get all my nutrients from my food. I don't take vitamins. In this day and age, we can't get all our nutrients from foods and stuff. So places where they're lacking, that's where vitamins come in. I've noticed a big difference when I don't take my medication, my vitamins, my supplements. If I say I take a break, and I've done that before because I love experimenting, I did that for about 2 to 3 weeks. I was going towards the 3 weeks when I started feeling symptoms of tiredness and symptoms of things just not feeling right. I just didn't feel right. And the only thing that I did differently, apart from always eating what I eat, was not taking my vitamins. So vitamins do have a place. How many of us sit down with a meal and we're eating our protein, our vegetable, our everything? We don't. So vitamins come in. So Dola, what do you say about what she said?
No, what you're saying right now is 100%. Now, but one other thing, because what you said is the answer. There's nothing else I can add to it. Multivitamins is like your insurance policy. Just keep using it.
Yes.
Because the thing about multivitamins, if I'm correct, if you use your daily requirements, because I think there's a daily quantity you need
Yes.
to use, especially for vitamin D. You shouldn't
Yes.
overuse it as well. I learned that from my doctor. I didn't even realize that there's a certain quantity and all that. So yeah, what you've said is absolutely spot on. What I would also add to some of the comments that she made is, if your blood work is fine and it seems everything is okay, using vitamins on top of that is not going to kill you. There's nothing
Yes,
like
correct.
vitamin if you use your daily dosage. And guess what? I see it almost like, you know how it is when, let's say, a tree is growing and it's not growing as well, but it's okay. You look at it and it's like, oh, that tree looks okay. But when you feed it with a little bit more stuff, then you see it filling out in ways that you didn't know that, oh, so it can grow this much. That's how I see using
Yeah.
multivitamins.
Yeah.
Second, she said something about noticing her hair being brittle and all that. Now, this is where you need to help the dead cells, because see all those multivitamins and all that, what it does is it helps the hair to grow. It helps the hair to be healthy as it's coming out. Once it is out, you need to help what is out, because this thing that you were looking at out here is dead. And that is why all these cosmetic products for hair come to play. That's their importance, because the blood is not through the hair. No, the blood is flowing through the vessel and feeding the roots so that the hair that grows out is healthy. But what has come out needs support. So that hair that is brittle and all that, it now needs you to get, the ingredient profile and the product that you need to soften it, to moisturize it, to, the emolliency that it needs, the conditioning that it needs, to ensure that when it's exposed to the elements, because dry hair means that maybe the sebum production is not flowing properly, then you add something to help it. That's what I'm just going to add. Yeah.
Thank you. And I'm so glad Nancy, she has been, I think she has been on our channel for a long time. And she says she had breast cancer in 2001. And her doctor told her that sugar wasn't good for the body. Sugar feeds cancer cells. So you guys, we didn't say it, you see.
No.
She said it, and this is someone that has gone through it. So one thing about our channel, and we're going to be wrapping up because we're way past our 1 hour. Someone was wondering what was the name. The name of our product line, I'll pop it up on the screen again. This is the website, is Vedox Hair Growth Oil, and you can check it out, please. So Money Love says she also has sickle cell trait. Would you suggest I try your oil? I'll say, first of all, you do a consultation with her. Contact her. We've put out our Instagram. You can go to our Instagram page, connect with her, and she can advise you. You see that she's very knowledgeable about what she's doing. She's very passionate because being there, experienced it, gone through so many struggles, and she's still smiling and looking oh so gorgeous. So you guys, so check it out. Okay, so can you tell us again your Facebook page? What is your Facebook page? Let me see if I can pop it up on the screen.
Right, my Facebook page is also Vedox. In fact, if you search it by Organic by Vedox, it should come out as Vedox.
Okay. So I'm going to pop it up on the screen for those people. So just search for, so I'm going to go to, so this is what you guys want to do. Just follow what I'm doing when you're done with the live chat. So so you're on your Facebook page, just like me. And then you search right here for Organic by
Vedox.
Vedox.
It should be all one word.
Okay, see it right there.
That's it.
So when you come on it, you see the phone number. You can, if you live in UK, the website is there. The email is there. And I want you guys, before you guys go, you can come here, and I want you to like the page so that it allows you to know where it is. So that next time, it's not like you're searching for it. It already pops up on your feed, and you can find so many interesting information on the Facebook page. So please do that. Also, let's see. I'm gonna pop us back on the screen, and we're just going through housekeeping right now. Thank you so much, Terry G. Thank you so much. You said great information today. Thanks for sharing. Yes, yes. Healing through inspiration says we have to eat the right
Yeah.
plants. Yes, that is important. Sable, hi girl, hi lady. Okay, Christina, love you, and also very good. So Money also says my choice of multivitamins has always been prenatal since early 20s. So I think
Yeah.
I'll continue with it. Thanks for your advice. And it's important. And you say you're going through, I believe you're the one that's going through postpartum.
Yes.
Um, so you need to still be taking your multivitamins, I think. So please continue taking it. And then uh okay, so let's continue. So we had a question from Connie Cox. So Connie says, what can you do for women's pattern hair loss? I believe you've shown us pictures of
Yes.
women's pattern hair loss, and you've shown us how your medication, not your medication, your hair growth oil has helped.
Right.
So
Okay.
okay.
So one of the key things, and I'll just talk very quickly because the time is quite fast spent. So what I do is, now, don't forget that it's all about your hair type as well. My hair type is fine. It has become stronger, and you can see it looks very healthy. I'm so happy with what I've been able to achieve. What I'll say with hair pattern loss is there is something I think that is really there are things that are connected together. The first thing is check what you're eating. If you can, remove sugar from your diet. Honestly, sugar is the bane of what's happening to us health wise, especially those of us from Black Caribbean background. That's one. Then also, as much as possible, hydrate yourself, drink a lot of water, use multivitamins and all these things that we've said. Now, when it comes to products, one of the things I got rid of is shampoo. Now, please, that's for me, because shampoo didn't quite work for me at some stage, because I realized that when I did my diploma, and I have a diploma in organic formulations, when I was going through the diploma course, and I realized that there's something in shampoos that I think my scalp doesn't like. If I've just done, I told you that yesterday was my wash day, I will
Yes.
be scratching my scalp like crazy. You would think that they poured something on it, and I'm just scratching, because my scalp will be super dry. No matter what I put on top of it, it will be
Mm.
super dry, and it will be extremely itchy. And the more I'm itching it, the more the hair is falling out. So I substituted shampoo for clays. And I said this in one of Shola's room on Clubhouse. Clays have helped me so much. Now, this clay that I have, I didn't just, buy clay and I started using it. No. So based on the understanding I have, and Shola, if you click on the ingredients, you will see it. The clay is not just clay. It has certain things inside it. Yes, you can see bringarage, amla fruit extract, and all this goodness that helped my hair, aloe vera, things like that. So I put all the things together. There's a way I mix it, and it's all about formulation. It's quite scientific the way I do it, and I offer that to my clients as well. There's some people that I've done consultations with, and I said to them, do you know what? You will use shampoo, and I actually recommend the shampoo that they can use, because they don't have the kind of profile that I have. Because somebody said in one of the comments that you need to, I think Shola was the one that said, you need to learn your body. You need to understand what works for you. And for some people, they use clay, they don't use clay, whatever. But I think clays work for everybody, because it is very cleansing. Hello, can you hear me? Okay, it's very cleansing, and it is also nourishing, and there are minerals inside the clays deposit on the scalp, in the hair. Okay, so that's
Okay.
one side. Secondly, thirdly, I would say that I have an organic hair growth mask. And this mask, for me, is one of the things that actually strengthened my hair. and also nourished my scalp. In fact, it is a little bit funny, but I just have to say it. I go to bed with my organic hair mask on my scalp and my hair. I cling film it. I go to bed that way. My wash day starts the night before. So the night before, I have all these things in my hair, and those are the ingredients. It's quite, it's quite a lot. But I can tell you, if it's just that I'm using my computer, I actually have my infusion beside me because I had to make an order yesterday. So I made a huge batch. And this thing, after tonight, it goes into, because it's all covered up in foil, it goes into my dark cupboard and it sits there for at least 1 month.
Yes.
So the infusion into the oils and the infusion in the herbs itself is very powerful. The darker the room, the better the infusion. And that's why people, oils, what are you talking about? Are you just getting jojoba oil and you're pouring it on your head? No, that's not what I offer. Mine is an infusion that is herbal and is very powerful. Now, with the hair growth mask, so I go to bed with it, and by the time I wake up in the morning, Shola, I don't even wash my hair before I put it because it's my pre-poo. When I am rinsing it off, the detangling is unbelievable because the scalp is nourished, the hair is nourished. I don't know if people know the science about hair growth, hair oils, but because my mask also, it has a little bit of oils inside it. Oils are intense emollients for all hair and scalp. What they do is they soften the hair and they replenish the lost fatty acids from the hair shaft. They nourish the cells on the scalp. When people say that hair oils don't work, I'm like, it's because you don't know. And there's a technique to it. So oils are massaged into your scalp and applied to the full length of your hair. And for some people, you just need it in your hair for like 30 minutes. Yesterday, I didn't go to bed with mine because I've had a crazy week. I don't know if you probably have seen this in my post on Instagram. Today, I've had 3 major meetings. The first half of my day, I was at a vaccination center where I led a team to look after the facility. I'm in the built environment.
Yeah.
We hosted the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister of the United Kingdom came with his entourage to see what we were doing there. That's how my week has been, just preparing for today. Then after that, I quickly changed and I did my Instagram live. Then I came and joined.
Wow. That's how I mean, I applaud you so much, and and I really appreciate you. That's why I'm so thankful that you came to us today. We're gonna take one more question. That's from Sarah. Thank you, Sarah. Thanks for being so patient while we answer your question. So Sarah says, "Good afternoon, beautiful ladies. My hair is very thin. Could you please help me? Need to use oils. My hair, I notice, loves all more less than grease. Could you please help me, my seasoned mama?" Now, Sarah, I would suggest to you to go on Instagram, go to Organic Dollar, and I did put out, or you can even go on our website and book, like Nikki has told us about the name of the China of our page and stuff. And please book a consultation with her. And you can also go to our Facebook group and join our Facebook group, because when it comes to hair care, when it comes to just having support, you need community. You cannot be on your own. You need community. So I really appreciate it. I want to say a big thank you to Being Unique, also such like Nikki. So she says the name of the group is called Organic and Natural Hair Care Skin Care Group on Facebook. So you all check out our Facebook group too. And let me see. It's Kobe. Hi, Kobe. Says my hair hates shampoo too. So she's experimenting with dishwasher liquid. This always makes me laugh. Girl, okay. So Nikki wanted to know what was the name of the botanical class resource for formulation that you were taking.
Oh, it's no, I've graduated.
It's a school, right?
I've registered for the advanced course as well. It's called Formula Botanica. Just Google that name in Facebook as well. There's a community there. The community I belong to there is private, but I think there's a general one that you can check. But if you
Yeah.
Google it online, even if you're living in the US, you can go on and sign up. I've told the CEO that I'd like to be an affiliate and get people to learn how to formulate. I mean, somebody was saying to me that, why are you giving the name of the school that you went to? Is that not your USP? That's not my USP. I would love for every woman to learn how to formulate.
Yeah.
Just have that basic understanding. It doesn't mean that you won't buy other people's products.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, we need education, we need knowledge, because we're going to have children and we need to pass knowledge on.
Yes. And with that, I just say thank you so much. I know it's late at night now. I'm so sorry it kept you so long, but thank you. This was amazing.
Thank you for having me. Really
You're
appreciate
welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. So I'm going to take you offline and wrap up and just end it, but I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And
Thank you for having
you guys, if you have Clubhouse, she has a Clubhouse event coming on Saturday, and that will be, I think, what time is it? Can you say the time again?
So my rooms. So the day that you run your rooms, Thursday, I start my
Monday. Yeah, mine is Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Yeah.
So mine is Tuesday, but I start mine at 7:30 after you've closed your own room.
Oh, and I'm back to work at that time.
On Thursday, then on Saturday is actually a special event. I'm celebrating my birthday with all the phenomenal women that I've met in Clubhouse. I'm not sure Shola will be able to join us because she's such a busy lady.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try.
People that I added to the lineup of women to just hang out with. It's just a hangout day at 7 p.m. GMT. The Clubhouse room also is 7:30 GMT, so the UK time. I don't know what that time will be.
Okay. So that's like 1.
Okay.
Would that be around 1? Because you guys are 6 hours ahead of us, right?
Yes,
so that's 1 p.m. So you guys do like me, put it on your alarm clock, set it up, 1, like 1 p.m. Central Time, which will be 2 p.m. Eastern Time, and Pacific will be, I believe, 4 p.m. So yeah, but thank you.
With me on my birthday, feel free to join.
Yes. Okay, so I'll say bye to you, everyone. Thank you so much for coming, and we appreciate Dollar for coming on and for sharing our expertise with us. You guys check out our website down below. I know you all have learned so much. Feel free to watch the replay. You want to watch the replay because there's so much information out there. Okay, so if you guys enjoy our channel, enjoy what you see, don't forget to subscribe, and also join me live every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays on my Amazon page, which is called amazon.com/shop/discovery natural. Go there right now. I'm also in the UK, amazon.co.uk/shop/discovery natural. Click follow. And also in Canada, see, amazon.ca/shop/discovery natural. So click follow. Thank you so much. And guys, we will surely see you in the next video. Take care. Love you guys. Bye. Mwah.